I am Jesus Christ, I am the way, the resurrection and the life. I am now in your midst. The great transformation of people and their hearts is now underway, and the great transformation is the theme and will be the event in 2025. Everything is subject to massive processes of change. Everything is being made new inside and out. We want to focus on the inner change in the first part of this message. Beloved person, you have traveled a long way, an impressive distance in time, and mastered many issues and levels of earthly existence. Today you are facing the final tests, the decisive forks in the road, and you will receive a previously unattainable accompaniment from the light. Truthfulness in all areas. It is the time in which you can, should and will live and realize your missions. The energy has turned towards truthfulness in all areas and authenticity on all levels. In 2025, people who deal with their inner processes deeply and truthfully will receive the gift of their destiny. For it will be revealed to you what you were born for and why you are irreplaceable. The energy has shifted. While the destructive elements find less and less room to play, the constructive element begins to blossom. Changes at great speed. It is important to internalize the following for the coming year 2025. There will be big changes at a great speed. That's why it's important to get in tune with it internally and be ready to accept the new. For those who hold on to old opinions and beliefs, the coming time will be a time full of trials. Those who internally say goodbye to old opinions and beliefs will blossom like never before and rise like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This time from 2025 onwards will bring another phenomenon. Truthful things can be implemented quickly with earthly and heavenly support, while the destructive plans that are still being spread will be deprived of their breeding ground. Spiritual revolution. The main feature of the coming year is a massive spiritual awakening of people for whom the term spirituality was previously a foreign word. Spirit is making its way into business, art, politics, and even religions. People of a new type are increasingly emerging, and what began and was hinted at in recent years is developing into a storm of truthfulness. Therefore, in 2025, it is all about one thing for you: paying full attention to your inner homework in order to heal your heart and free your soul from the remaining overlays of time. It is important to welcome the change in the external world, because you are ready for your own transformation. Your focus on your own transformation is becoming increasingly important, and the successes of this are becoming more and more noticeable and visible to more and more people. Therefore, it is impossible for the forces of cold light to gain victory over humanity, because you are rising up and freeing yourselves like never before. Everything is happening in divine order. The key year. The year 2025 is the key year in which people will gain self-confidence in their true actions and empower themselves to act in light, both in small and large ways. Fears about the future will fade as you shape the future yourself, and the light will begin to spread to those who choose it. But for those who have committed themselves to the system of lies, the time of painful learning experiences begins. What began 2,000 years ago with the planting of the seed of love is now blossoming and finding completion. Man is becoming aware of himself in God. The year 2025 contains this spiritual revolution, in the silence of the hearts and for the great changes in the world. In infinite love I am and will remain with you. Jesus Christ. The time of the first harvest, the time of the harvest has begun. Your light-filled intentions are beginning to be reflected externally through concrete positive changes. Pay attention. Observe carefully. In 2025, there will be big positive surprises in the midst of the great upheavals, because the baton will be taken from the hands of the previous pace-setters of this matrix. To the extent that you are aligned with absolute truthfulness in your own life, in the microcosm, everything in the macrocosm will also be aligned with it. Therefore, the extent of revelations and innovations in 2025 will reach an unexpected magnitude and dimension. Movement and revitalization on all levels. In detail, Asia. Asia is playing an increasingly central role in world affairs. Previously unknown technologies are finding their way into people's everyday lives. Many inventions are being made accessible to everyone. Hiding them is no longer possible or even intended. Africa. Africa is emancipating itself, gaining self-confidence and breaking away from dependence on the West. Encounters on equal terms form the new political framework for action. Anyone who is neither able nor willing to do this is at a disadvantage politically or economically in Africa. North America and USA. Major changes in the economy, a new self-confidence and a return to one's own origins. This deprives globalist tendencies of their breeding ground and energy. South America. Individual countries will serve as examples of the pace of change and of successful economic and social transformation. Europe. While the European Union is taking the next steps towards its ultimate abandonment, the people are entering the next phase of awakening. While the European construction is losing importance at all levels, the individual European states are regaining their importance through self-determination and self-discovery. Blocs are emerging and consolidating. Europe is being rethought and remade by courageous and intelligent people, and even if the defenders of the construct want to block and thwart this with all their might, in the end, what the people want and not what the systems want will prevail. Great is your power of manifestation. Powerful is your will to implement all of this with love in the midst of the storm of time. You are honored, sanctified, and your work is on this humanity and on yourselves. JJK, and Germany? Germany. Jesus Christ, Germany is descending deep in order to rise and rise all the brighter. People are not yet ready to unleash the energy for the necessary change as a collective. However, it is not a question of if, but of when. And in 2025 we will come a significant step closer to this moment in Germany's contemporary history. Generally, there will be many protests and mass rallies in many places around the world. These images will leave their mark on people and trigger a chain reaction. What is decided politically on the streets has long been decided spiritually in people's hearts, the return of people and the longing for a deeper understanding of the why and what is. This wants to and will be nourished. Why will the change succeed and why will you have a positive future? Because the number of people who promote and demand it is enough for 2 earths. Do not worry, but work courageously and determinedly on the new earth by bringing light into your own darkness and joy into the world where it is joyless. Everything is born in you before it can spread and develop for the benefit of all. Heaven is on your side, everything is given, everything is love and everything is life. The year 2025, the year of transformation and the year of the first harvest, awaits you in action. So go. I am with you. Jesus Christ,